Welcome back. Now, in this particular session, I'll be introducing you to my one of the most favorite AI tool, which helps me with my manuscript writing. So the tool's name is called PaperPal. Now, there is a specific reason why I like PaperPal because usually, there are so many AI tools out there which are specifically designed for various functions, right? And each tool is good at something. And to be helpful for our entire research, we need to use 4 or 5 AI tools. We need one for the writing part. We need another tools like Zotero to take care of the citation. Then suppose if we come across some plagiarism in the writing part, we need to use a paraphrasing AI tool like Quillbot. Then for finding the plagiarism, we need to check for use tools like Turnitin. So many multiple tools has been need to be used, right? Now, PaperPal is a really good solution in this aspect because PaperPal is almost like a 5-in-1 tool. Okay, so it has got 5 different AI features integrated into one, and it is excellent in that aspect. Okay, so the first one is the writing part, like we have seen in the like our manuscript writing session. Like we can write the manuscript using Gemini Deep Research, ChatGPT Deep Research, or we can use Consensus AI. Then we can use Perplexity, Grok, and so on, right? So PaperPal can do this exact process effortlessly, and the additional benefit is like we have a greater control over which all articles will be cited. Like in the deep research mode, we have no option, right? We can only tell like article should be less than 5 years old, then it should be from PubMed, and that's it. We don't have further controls, but here we have a good control. So that's one part. Second part is automatic reference and citation, just like Zotero. In Zotero, we have to, once we add the articles, we have to add those articles in our manuscript. We have to add those articles in the Zotero library, then we have to manually insert them. But in PaperPal, the referencing will come automatically, and whenever we manipulate or modify the position of certain references, automatically the references orders will again change. So that's a very nice feature. And this, sorry, this referencing order can be interchanged to any citation format instantly. Okay. Third is the writing part. Usually, most of us may not be the fluent that much great at writing. Like we may not be, English may not be our first language. So our writing style may not be in that academic tone. And there can be spellings and grammatic issues. There can be like article that writing may not be in that tone that is pleasing to the reviewers. So in those aspects, we will be using a tool called Grammarly, right? But PaperPal has an integrated Grammarly-like feature, which will take care of the exact same function. So we don't need to go for another tool for proofreading. After that, we have to look for the plagiarism part, right? So PaperPal has a tie-up with Turnitin. So it uses exact same engine of Turnitin, which has around 200 million articles in its database and around 1 billion websites, right? That's a huge database of Turnitin. So they have paid a good amount of money to Turnitin, and they use a Turnitin's engine. So it gets exact same plagiarism report within PaperPal that has the same quality of Turnitin. After that, once it identifies the plagiarism area, it will highlight those areas in a yellow color. So we can automatically use one particular paraphrasing function of PaperPal, which is similar to that of Quillbot, which automatically removes that plagiarism. So that this is like, it's almost like a machine that is purely built for manuscript writing. So that's why this is one of my favorite tools out there. So we will see PaperPal in detail. Okay. So now PaperPal is available both as a web version, just like we use Gemini and all. It can be directly accessed from your favorite browser. In addition to that, this is available within Microsoft Word as an add-on. Okay. Now this add-on is available. Like when you open your Microsoft Word, you will see this red colored icon called add-ins. Okay. When you search that, you will be getting access to the add-ins library of Microsoft Word, or we can even click on this more add-ins to get access to the full library. There you can search PaperPal, and automatically PaperPal gets installed into Microsoft Word. Okay. Being said that, I do not recommend you using the Microsoft Word version of PaperPal because most of the features are in a limited version within Microsoft Word. Unlike Zotero, which is fully functional within our Microsoft Word, our PaperPal is not a fully optimized for Word. So some of the features will not be available. So I recommend you using the web version of PaperPal, where suppose if you already have an article which is half written, then you want to modify it, proofread it, or add citations using PaperPal, you can upload that article or import that article. Similarly, if you have written the entire article, you can export it as a Word file so that further editing can be done within Word. Okay, so it's interchangeable. So always go for the web version of PaperPal than the Word version. Okay, so let me do a demo in detail so that you will get an idea. So this is a home page of PaperPal. Okay, it changes its layout once in a while. 1 week back, it had a different layout. It started with My Documents. Now they added a prompting area where you can enter some prompt and all. Okay, and on the left side, you will see the sidebar. We won't see that much features in the left side, okay, because all the features are hidden inside the main writing area. So I think that's a negative side of user experience of PaperPal, because a person who is new to PaperPal, who doesn't know all the various features, they find like PaperPal is an average tool. Okay, only when you understand the true powers of PaperPal, where all each features are located, then you can bring it to this full potential. Okay, so I feel like developers, they can consider having a full revamp of its layout so that the users will get a clear-cut idea regarding its entire features. Okay, because in the its home page, it's almost it's in a very bland state. Okay, so our workflow is like we can either create a new document by clicking this button, or we can import our existing Word file in which some article is already there. Okay, so let me open a new web document. There are some limitations to PaperPal, so I will discuss that later on when we discuss each and every feature. So PaperPal is not a perfect tool. There are some issues, and it has a free plan and a paid plan. Free plan has some, just like Julius, it has some limited monthly usages, but I highly recommend you getting a paid plan, because if you are a researcher is really interested in like creating some really beautiful piece of research and write-ups and all in very short time, PaperPal will be the best tool in your arsenal. All right. Now we have opened a new document. Okay. So we will, let me open one topic. Okay. So 1 minute, let me, okay. So in our Zotero, this thing, when we learn about Zotero, after this, you will be learning about one, I'll be doing a demo of a study. So, okay. So the same study will be used here. Okay, so the study is efficacy and safety of ketogenic diet for infantile epilepsy, a randomized control trial from Canada. Okay, now we have inserted the title here. Now we can convert this title into a formatted version. Okay, just select that. Okay, and you will automatically, one menu will appear here. Here you will see one T button. Here you will see so many formatting options. So I can select the H1 heading so that this will be converted into a proper title. Okay, and the rest of the content will be written underneath this. So the main features of the, and let me put the objectives also. Okay, so it will be easier for us to have a look. Objectives. So this is our study, efficacy and safety of the ketogenic diet for infantile epilepsy, a randomized control trial from Canada. Objectives are, again, formatting. Shall put into H2. Okay. Primary objective to determine the efficacy of ketogenic diet compared to standard care in reducing seizure frequency in infants with refractory epilepsy. Secondary objective is to assess the safety, tolerability, and growth outcomes of the ketogenic diet in infants compared to the control group. All right. So on the right side, you have all the features. Okay, everything is hidden in this right menu. Okay, so you can just click on this button and you will see all the features in detail. Okay, so initially we have something called templates. Okay, so click on the templates, which is the third option from the bottom. Here you will see option called outlines, AI disclosure, manuscripts, section templates, brainstorm, email, etc. Here the one we are interested in is outlines. Okay, click on outline, and outline will generate the entire IMRAD format outline for you. Okay, so that's a very easy feature, and this is pre-prompted, so you don't need to manually create or everything. So everything will come automatically. You don't need to put elaborate prompts also. It will ask you what type of article that you are writing. So it's a research article. There is essay, thesis chapter, case report, there is systematic review, meta-analysis. So I'll go for research article. It will ask me for the subject area. So this will be put as neonatology, and describe the topic, right? So let me copy the entire thing. Okay. So this will be the title. So for it to understand, this is a title. These are the objectives. Okay. And now there is an interesting option here. Here you can see there is an option for, it's an optional option to attach supporting file. Suppose if you are planning to submit it to this article to a particular journal, the journal will give you a set of instructions called, they are called as author guidelines, right? So this can be downloaded as a Word file or a PDF file. So that can be attached here. So whatever outline it create will go hand in hand with this guideline. Another option is, say you are a PhD student, PhD, you are planning to do your PhD or your MPH thesis. Say you are planning to submit a dissertation. Your university will give you a guideline on how to format it, right? So that guideline can be attached here. So that outline will be highly influenced by this outline, so that it will go perfectly. Go in alignment with this guideline. That will be the better way. Okay. Then I click on generate. So based on my title and objective, it is supposed to create me an outline for writing a research article, because I selected the research article option. Okay. So here you can see it's created a introduction, objectives, study, everything. Like everything in the Imrad format has been generated. Okay. So we'll wait for it to do this. Okay. So once that is done, I click on the enter button and I click on insert. Okay. Now the entire outline has been inserted into this writing area. The what we see on the left side is my writing area. What we see on the right on the left side is the writing area. This one. This is the area where we give the prompts and all. Okay, so we got the outline. Now we can close this. Okay. Now we got the introduction area. So introduction, it is telling me like okay. So now this is a known bug of in the beginning I mentioned like a PaperPal has got some limitation, right? Now this is one of the known bugs. Okay, suppose if it's giving outline like this and I want to convert this into a heading, okay, and I'm selecting that, and here I am selecting H2. What will happen is due to some strange bug, entire like write up, even though it is supposed to be in a structured format, entire thing will get affected. Okay, so you can see select this H2, everything will be in H2. So that's a bad thing, right? And one workaround is you select here, okay, press enter twice, okay, then select this and make it H2, okay. Then you select the, click on the empty area and click on the delete button so that it will go back. So that's the method of doing it in a, like how to fix that formatting issue. I'm sure that in the coming updates, these people will be able to fix this. Okay, so that objectives, let me put my own objective. Okay, so objectives, let me see whether this can put in H2. No, this is still having this issue. Okay, so sometimes this will be a headache. Okay, but when I have even mailed them regarding this issue, they are saying like they are having a huge update coming up. So in that everything will be fixed. Okay. So this is regarding the write up. Okay. So in introduction, they are telling like there should be a background section. There should be a study rationale. In the background, they are telling like I should mention regarding prevalence and impact of infantile epilepsy, then current treatment options and their limitations, introduction to the ketogenic diet as a potential treatment. Okay. So now is the writing part. Okay. So what I will do is I will click on I will open this area, and there is an option called research and cite, which is a fourth option from the top. Okay. In that you will see three options: ask a question, cite, research papers. Okay. What we are looking for is ask a question. Okay. In that we will select the first area, that is prevalence and impact of infantile epilepsy. Okay. And our study is in Canada, globally, and in Canada. Okay. So we want to expand this, and we even need to mention the number of words. So let's put 150 words. So it will write 150 words about this topic, and it will write with citations. Okay. There is one extra feature also that I will show you after this. And there is a non-bug also. Usually when it writes, it's supposed to add some citations, automatically search for it, has access to 250 million articles. Then you will be wondering how so it's a comparatively new tool. I think it was introduced 1 year back. Then how come, no, I think 2 years back. Then how come it gets access to 250 million article? So the thing is like the parent company of this particular PaperPal, they have another tool called R Discovery. This is a tool which helps researchers to find most possible article, just like consensus. I think I will cover art discovery also. I'll add as an add-on into the module on article discovery. It's not that great, but it's good. Okay. And this art discovery has been around for the past 10 years. So they have a huge database. So PaperPal, art discovery is the article finding part, and PaperPal is the writing part. Okay. Because of that, art discovery and PaperPal has been connected. And so it has access to this entire database. Okay. So that's the method. Now, what we done is like we told PaperPal to use its database and to write 150 words on this topic, which was instructed, which was suggested to me based on the outline. Okay, so it has written the article, and you can see it has inserted 4 references: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so it's a very nice thing, right? So now my job is just press and enter. Okay, let me make this bold also so that this will look nice. Okay, and let me insert it. Okay, now here is a second bug. Previously, one bug I told you, one limitation I told you is when I try to make certain sentences as H1, H2 heading, entire thing gets becomes changes the formatting, right? Another issue is just have a look at the entire write-up. You can see it has shown the outline till the clinical relevance, right? Now my cursor is blinking in this area. Okay, and suppose if I am clicking the insert button, it is supposed to get inserted here. But what will happen is it will get inserted at the end where I am not told selecting anything. Okay, that is another non-bug which I am hopeful that they will fix it in the upcoming update. So when I click on insert, you can see it's now inserted at the bottom rather than inserting at this area. Okay, so what you need to do is you control Z or click the undo button. Okay, so that will disappear. Then instead of clicking the insert button, click on the copy button. Okay, and then select the area where you need to paste and then paste it, Control V. Okay, or right click and select paste. Okay, so it gets inserted along with citations. Okay, and every time when it writes, there will be some extra notes. Okay, so always delete the extra note. Okay, so we have written a brief prevalence and impact of infantile epilepsy in 150 words with references. Okay, let me make it this thing. So now the magic is like, now there are 4 articles, right? Now when I scroll down, a new area will be generated. Like you can see, a new area has been generated, which is called references, and all 4 articles will be cited there. Now the problem is this is not in a Vancouver format, and most probably most of the journals prefer Vancouver. Okay. Now just like Zotero, it can directly interchange a citation automatically. Okay. So here you can see this is presently in an APA 7th edition style. Just click on here, and you will be getting a search option. Here you search Vancouver, first few letters of Vancouver. So it will show all the variations of Vancouver. You can see normal Vancouver, Springer, Vancouver brackets, Vancouver superscript, all the different types of Vancouvers. Okay. And you can see there are a total of 10,000 styles available. I just need to type the first few letters. So I go for Vancouver. So instantly it gets transformed to Vancouver format. And if I scroll up, I can see like this is also now in Vancouver format. Okay. And some grammar corrections will be shown here, which is part of its grammar-like feature, which we will deal with that in the upcoming parts. Okay. Now I wrote regarding the current prevalence and impact of epilepsy. Right. Now let me. Okay. Now let's write on the current treatment options and their limitation. Okay. So let me highlight. Let me copy that. Also highlight it. Again, go to the writing area. Okay. Put that thing, current options and their limitation or treatment options. I need to mention like this is regarding infantile epilepsy. Of infantile epilepsy and their limitation. Okay. Now, earlier I mentioned like there's a secret feature also available here. The secret feature is presently you have seen that you got 4 citation, right? And you don't have any control over which articles are cited. Actually, you have a better control. That particular control is under this cogwheel option, okay, which is called filters. This filter is almost similar to the filter available in consensus. Okay. You simply search on that particular button and you will get so many options to choose from. Okay. So one option is open access, which means all the articles cited will be free article. Then second is journal quality option. Okay. So you can just like consensus, you can choose only articles from Q1, Q2 and Q3, thereby eliminating Q4 articles. Next is publication date. You can ensure that all the articles will be from last 5 years. Okay. Then publication type, You can mention whether it can be journal articles, whether it should be books, and so on. Then there is an indexing option. By default, it automatically takes all the articles from PubMed. In addition to that, if you want articles from Scopus, Web of Science, SJR, and so on, you can select all those options. Okay. Next is the institution country where the institution is located. Suppose if you want only article from Canada, you can choose that. Okay. Then comes the citation count. So if you want to like cite only popular articles, say you want only those articles with minimum 25 citation and a maximum of 500 citation. Okay. So that filter will be applied. Okay. Like that, you can have so many interesting options. Okay. So these are the various options available. So in my case, since this is regarding the recent, let me close this. Since the present, this thing on recent treatment options, let me go for the high quality articles. Then publication date also I'll go for the last 5 years. I don't want this thing reference from older article. And indexing also, let me go for higher indexing options. Okay. Save preferences. And I need to mention the number of words. We'll write 200 words. Now, another error. I already mentioned there are 2 bugs. The third bug is sometimes when it writes the 200 words, it may write without citation. Okay, that is also a known bug. So there are 2 ways to overcome this. One way is, suppose if you are getting like this, you just copy the topic and try once again. But in this time, you will mention additional word telling like current treatment options of infantile epilepsy and the limitation 200 words with citation. So you add an extra 2 words called with citation, which will force it to insert citation. Okay, that is one method. Second method is there is an inbuilt feature in consents in PaperPal where you can do reverse citation. So I'll show you later on what exactly is this reverse citation. Okay, so I'm getting so many references. So you can see there's 2 references here. All are from recent articles. So many references, right? So I'll copy this, go to the current treatment area. Overall, the writing part is a bit buggy, so I feel like they might fix it later soon. Okay. Okay. So now you can see I am getting so many citations. Now I reached till 11 citations, right? Now let me, so this is a way you can write. Now the second, next part is introduction to ketogenic diet. That also can be selected and can be written in this manner. In this way, I can expand my introduction part. Same goes for my rest of the areas also. Okay, that's how I expand. Now, always keep in mind, this is not the AI assisted mode that is supposed to be the way your article should be written. Here, AI is writing everything for you. So this will have the AI watermark. I will be covering the AI watermark in the next session. So whatever you write will have full watermark, which can lead to rejection. Okay. So whatever AI writes for you in this manner should be rewritten by yourself. You have to manually rewrite this. You need to cross check each and every citation and ensure that suppose if this particular citation is telling like in Canada, there is a incidence of 63 per 1 lakh or 100,000 children of infantile epilepsy incidences. So you have to click on this article and you have the article here, right? So you need to go to this article, okay? And then you need to manually verify whether this is correct or not, right? So then only here you can see this correct. You can see there is the 63 per 100,000 is still there, okay? So that is true. Like that, you need to cross check, okay? So that's one of the main part of AI writing. And you have to manually rewrite this also. This can be used as a draft, but this should not be your final manuscript, okay? So that's it. Then regarding the reverse citation, that's also an interesting feature. So let me show you what exactly is that. Okay. So suppose, okay, here you can see it has written like globally, childhood epilepsy prevalence is particularly high in low and middle income countries with estimates indicating around 17.3 per 1,000 children affecting regions like Africa, like this. Okay. But there is no citation. Okay. So there should be a citation, right? So in this scenario where it's writing without citation, you can do the reverse citation. So it's very easy. Just select that particular line which needs citation. Okay. And automatically the button, that menu will appear. In that you will see a yellow colored option called cite. Okay, click on that and it will cross check that particular line with its entire database of 250 million articles and see that which all articles are matching with this line. Okay, so those articles with the same finding will be automatically shown after a few seconds. Okay, and you can cross check that. See, you instantly got an article from Africa. This is from Africa, which they are telling like it has the same feature. Okay, so you can click on read abstract and you will get the detailed this thing and see whether the article is matching. Okay. So you can see this is it's showing pool prevalence of cumulative epilepsy was 17.3 per 1,000 children. 17.3 per 1,000 children. So this is matching, right? So I'm happy that they found the article from which this particular part was taken. Okay. No other article has this. Some of the article can do. AI tool can do this, but our PaperPal is an excellent in doing this reverse citation. Okay. And once that is done, just click on the cite button and the citation will be inserted. Here you can see now the citation has been inserted. So automatically that citation will become citation number 1 and the next citation will become citation number 2. Okay. So in that way, wherever you feel like there is no citation, you can just do this reverse citation and insert the citation. Okay. Insert the proper citation and it will be accurate. And when I scroll down, I can see like references is growing now. Now there are 11 references. Okay. So this is a way you can write your article with proper citation and with proper referencing everything and in an accurate manner using PaperPal. Okay. So that's one part. Now the second part is the next rest of the area, the method section, the study design and all. I feel like other AI tools are better. Like we have seen the methodology generation in using the 5 main AI tools, right? In one of the module, like Gemini, ChatGPT, Consensus, Grok, and Perplexity. And I showed like Gemini is a clear winner. So this part, I think Gemini will be better in doing because the deep research mode will be better. But for writing the introduction and the review literature and all, rationale and all, PaperPal will excel. Okay. Now coming to the discussion part. Okay. So discussion is one of the main key area of your article, manuscript, right? And in the discussion, the main challenge is you should give your key study findings to the AI tool, and AI tool will compare your finding with similar articles. Then we'll write some content for you in such a way that some discussion for you where it compares your article, your finding with other studies, like comparing the finding with other studies, right? So that's the process. So in the discussion, so let me delete the entire discussion area. So let me show you how the discussion is being done. Okay. So for the demo, presently the study is on epilepsy, right? I will show the demo of this thing on demo of discussion writing on another topic because I have some I have one results with me. So I'll show you the demo of that topic. It's on internet addiction. Okay. Before moving to that, let me show you how the exporting is being done. Okay. So let me share the entire screen. Okay, now the entire screen is shared. Now this is the home page, right? Home page with with the introduction and everything. So let me delete this because we have already put the objective at the bottom area. Okay. So once the writing is done, click on this 3 dots here. Okay. Here you will see an option called download file. Okay. Click on download file and instantly it will get downloaded as a Word file. Okay. So now you got the Word file. So open that Word file. And it will be perfectly formatted one. You can see it will be formatted with a table of content. Whatever things that you have written, it will be written in a proper table of content format. Presently, I had written only introduction. That's why only introduction is there. Now the heading is there, introduction is there. All the citations are there. It's in a properly structured manner. Okay. And this was the objective. And the structure of the methodology and the references. So everything is now coming in a very nice format, right? So this is the way in which you export the references. Okay. So before moving to discussion, let me show you the proofreading part also so that it will come easy, right? So proofreading is located on this area. Okay. So it's already showing, you can see one pencil, one feather or a quill icon. On clicking on that, it will show the language editing area. Here it is showing these are the corrections. So there are 27 corrections in total. So if I select one by one, it is telling me like there is this correction needed. So instead of has a notable prevalence, is prevalent is a better. So I click on that, just like we do Grammarly. Okay, it will tell all the modification. In case you don't want to make the changes, you can reject it. Okay, it's not mandatory that you don't need to accept everything. So go through this and you can do the modification. Like that, you can keep on doing this until you are happy with the entire write-up. Okay, so it overall improves the quality of writing. All right. So that's the proofreading part. So this is exactly like Grammarly, like the paid version of Grammarly. So you don't need the Grammarly anymore, right? Now, I think I'll show some of the features and then move to discussion because discussion will be on a newer file. Okay, so I just want to show it before that. And let me show the checks also, plagiarism check. Okay, suppose if you have written an article like this, you click on the check. Okay, and there's an option called plagiarism check. So just click on plagiarism check, and automatically it will tell you like it will check plagiarism for this document. Okay, and the good thing regarding the I already mentioned this of the plagiarism checker of our PaperPal is PaperPal has a direct contract with Turnitin, and it is using Turnitin's engine. So it has a high level of accuracy. It is what Turnitin is considered like one of the best tool out there for plagiarism checking. So the quality is excellent. So the same quality can be ensured within PaperPal also. Okay, so let me check this quickly. So automatically it will do a quick checking. So it is telling me like it will take around 70 seconds. So I'll wait for it to complete the checking. Okay, now I got the plagiarism report. So you can see it's showing like there is 5% similarity. So it's showing like this line has a similarity. The rest of the AI written content doesn't have any similarity. This has one similarity. Objective has a small similarity. Now, very, very small similarity here and there. Okay, so not a big deal, right? And it can be corrected. So what I need to do is I just need to go back and go to the paragraph where the similarity was. Let me go to home, open our article. So we'll come back to our article and just consider like this entire paragraph has plagiarism. Okay. So in that report, just imagine like this full paragraph is shown in red color. Okay. So usually when we have such plagiarism, what we will do is if you want AI to remove the plagiarism, we will use a tool called Quillbot. I will be discussing regarding Quillbot in the upcoming session. Now the problem with Quillbot is it's free to use. You can just copy and put into Quillbot and then click the paraphrase button. But the problem is once you do the like paraphrasing, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 citations are there, right? All the citations will be lost in Quillbot. Okay, so you have to reinsert the citation. Okay, but the one good thing regarding PaperPal is it has an inbuilt plagiarism remover and paraphrasing button, or it's also called paraphrasing option. But it can do the paraphrasing without affecting the citation. Okay, so let me do that. Just select the area having plagiarism. You will find a menu like this. Okay, this is the area where we had previously done the title option, and we have also do the citation. Okay, so these features are available in this menu. Okay, and there is another option called PaperPal AI. Okay, which is a blue colored button. Click on that, and you will get some option like paraphrase, improve fluency, make academic, simplify, and so on. Okay, this paraphrase is the one that we are looking for. So click on that. So instantly it will create a paraphrased version, a rewritten version. And you can see like the citation is preserved in that. It hasn't affected the citation and it created a better version. Okay. Then click on replace. So now that entire paragraph has been replaced with a new version, but your citation is intact. This is a huge time saver because if you are using the manual method of writing, then you are using Zotero for citation. Then later on, when you try the plagiarism checking and you found plagiarism, there you have to either manually rewrite or use a tool like Quillbot and then remove the plagiarism by paraphrasing. When you paste it back, all the Zotero citation will be lost. So you have to reinsert the citation. That will lose a lot of time. Okay, but with this feature, that time will be saved. Okay, so that's a very nice feature. Now, second scenario is you have a paragraph with you, but the article writing style, the tone in that particular paragraph, it's not in an academic tone. Okay, in that case, just select the particular paragraph. Again, click on the PaperPal AI, and here there is an option called Make Academic. So it will rewrite that particular paragraph in an academic tone in an easy to understand manner. Okay. Again, citation will be preserved. Replace and it will be now in an academic tone. So these two are the Quillbot like paraphrasing feature, which makes it really useful. Okay, and saves a lot of time. And one more thing, two more things I want to show you before showing the discussion. Within the check, there is an option called journal submission check. Okay, so when I click on the journal submission check, I'll be taken to a new page. So this particular feature is useful. Suppose if you have already written the entire article, you are about to send it to a journal. Now, usually you might be having, say, if you are planning to send to a Q1 journal and you are a bit concerned whether it will be rejected or there will be too many questions by the reviewers. In that case, sometimes if you have a senior professor in your institute and who is really good with research, you might give your manuscript to that person and will tell him or her like kindly kindly go through my article and give me expert comments on what all things need to be changed, right? So just like that, PaperPal has an inbuilt feature for evaluating your final article. Okay, this should be done only when everything has been finished. Okay, so it will go through 30 different features like this. I think 30 different features, including various aspects of grammar, various things regarding references, including the age of reference, whether any citation has been missed, whether you have accidentally put citation in abstract, then full structure, then all the different standard counts. Like usually abstract length should not exceed 300 words, manuscript length should be within 2000 words, and so on. So it will look at all those aspects. It will also look at figures and tables, whether there are any errors with that. Sometimes we will miss to, sometimes we have figure number one, we have a figure and we put that heading as figure number one, but we forgot to mention the legends of the figure, like in text, you forgot to mention. Or sometimes when you mention explain that particular figure in the results, you forgot to mention to that figure in brackets, right? We are supposed to cite that figure in the explanation part, so we might forget that. So it will look at that. Then it will look at the various disclosures and also at the metadata, whether the list of keywords are good. We have mentioned all the keywords, all the contributing authors are there, word count is accurate, and so on. Okay. And finally, it will give you a report like this, and with comments, just like we get a reviewer comment. So based on that, we can do some extra checking and ensure that our article is ready for submission. Okay. Now, the last part of this particular thing, before showing you the discussion, is AI disclosure. Okay, I will be discussing in detail regarding the AI disclosure in the next session, but let me show you. It's like whenever you are using AI for writing, the present ethical guideline is you have to be transparent. You have to clearly show like you have used AI for which all purposes, and you have to mention the AI tool's name. Okay, suppose if you are sending it to a high-end journal, this is a mandatory requirement. Okay, and there's a standard template for that. So what PaperPal has done is that they have already created a standard template, and this is a standard template. So it goes like this. During the preparation of this work, the authors then you mention the names of the tools in order to, then you mention which all tools are used for which all purposes. After using this tool, these services, the authors have reviewed everything manually and takes full responsibility for the content of the published work. That's a standard template. Now, all the high-end journals, they have their own template. So we have one for American Physical Society, one for Elsevier, one for Frontiers. Okay, so there is a slight difference in the like usually this Q1 and Q2 journal, they release some statements telling like if you are using AI, you are supposed to put a disclosure in this particular format. Okay, so PaperPal has gone through all these policies and has given you a ready-made template. Okay, so suppose if you are planning to send to PLOS, select the PLOS version and click on copy and insert it. So automatically the disclosure will come. Here you just need to edit which all tools are used for which all purposes. Okay, and automatically, and here this is the tool's name and here is a purpose name. So automatically you will be you are compliant with the usage of AI guidelines. Okay, so that's the AI disclosure part. With that, let me go back to, I think I have covered most of the things. Right. Let me go create a new chat, a new document, and let me show you the discussion writing part. Okay, so this is a title that we are planning to write the discussion about. So because I have got some results regarding that. Okay, so the title is Assessment of Internet Addiction and Associated Psychosocial Correlates Among College Students in Kerala, which is a state in India. These are the objectives. Okay, now this is the result. These are the complete results. There is some numerical variables, categorical variables, like you got the complete results. Okay, so it's a short study. Okay. Now, the problem with PaperPal is PaperPal has no inbuilt feature to write your discussion. Okay. They are telling you, you have to like use the AI, but they are not telling you a proper workflow. Okay. To help you with that, I have decided to create my own workflow, which I think will work in most of the cases. Okay. Discussion. So what I will do is I will create a result section. Okay. And I will create a discussion section. Okay. So let me just highlight it for the time being so that it will be easier to note. Okay. Now we have the results with me, right? Now what we'll do is we go for, previously we went for the research and cite option, right? Instead of that, we go for the write option, which is the third option here. Okay. And here it will ask you to attach a file. Okay. So this is supposed to like attach a PDF file and then give you some summary and all. But I want to modify in a different way so that this can be used for writing the discussion. Okay. So what I will do is I will just close this. Okay. And I will click on the attach button and upload the results file. Okay. So this is the result file. All right. Now I will give a small prompt. So this is a prompt. Prompt is summarize the key findings of this attached results. Title of the study is this one. Okay. So what it's planning to is you can see my entire results, right? So it's an elaborate study. Okay. Now I want it to like to write the discussion step by step. Okay. But I cannot attach the entire results. So because of that, I just want to consolidate the results into small bullet points. That's why I'm using the write option. Okay. And I have attached the result and the prompt, right? Then I will be running this. Now what will happen is it will process my entire result and will give me a bullet point key findings as bullet points. So let it process it. You can do the same consolidation using Gemini or ChatGPT. It can also do. But since we are focusing purely on PaperPal, that's why I just want to show you how this can be done within PaperPal. Okay. So it is now giving me the key findings. Right. So let me copy this and paste it temporarily in the result section. Okay. So these are the findings. Now what I will do is I will go back to the previous area where I have used for writing the introduction and review literature, that is ask a question section. Okay. And here I will give a prompt like this. Okay. So this is my custom workflow. I'm doubtful whether the people in PaperPal also know about this. Okay. So according to them, it cannot write discussion, but I have found a way to write this. Okay. So that's the method I am describing here. So the prompt is I have conducted a study title. Then I mention the title of my study. That is assessment of internet addiction and associated psychosocial correlates among the college students in Indore, not Indore, in Kerala. Write a discussion paragraph comparing the below finding with similar studies. Write in second person, that is present study, and in academic tone, and my findings. Okay. Here I can put my first finding. So because I have already consolidated my bullet points, right? So I'll copy my first finding and put my first finding here. Okay. And run this. Now what will happen is it will use its 250 million article database and compare my findings with similar articles. Then we'll write a short paragraph to be inserted into my discussion. Okay. So that's the plan. So let's wait for it. Like that, I will be rinsing and repeating the steps one by one so that I will get a complete discussion. Okay. So it's writing a detailed write-up. Okay. So let it complete it. Okay. So let me read this. Let me copy and then read this. Okay. Let's copy this. Go to the discussion and paste it. Some unnecessary paragraphs will be there that can be deleted. Okay. So let's read this. So it's telling like the present study reports the prevalence of internet addiction. My finding. So my finding is 48% among 150. Okay, so it is 48% among 150. This prevalence is notably higher than the pooled global prevalence of internet addiction among university students, which was reported as 41.84 in a meta-analysis of 101 studies across 38 countries, and it got first citation. Okay, so it's compared the result of this with my study. Okay, then compared to Indian data, the current prevalences exceeds the range of this percentage, reported in a systematic review of 50 studies across 19 Indian states, and mentioned the second study. Okay. Then in your study should be in the present study. In the present study. Okay. Sometimes it writes in second person. So we have to write in, no, sometimes it writes in third person, but we have to write in second person. The higher prevalence observed in the present study could be reflective of regional variation within India. Further comparison of the studies in medical students population show more variability with the prevalence rates of problematic internet use ranging from 16% in a sample of Istanbul medical students assessed by a short form of IIT. So under study, so 30.6 was obtained here among Saudi students. Like that, it will do a beautiful comparison. Okay. Now, so I got the discussion writing of the first finding. Okay. Now I copy my second finding, which is a sensitive cutoff of 92% were classified as having some levels of internet addiction. Okay. So copy that, or we will copy these two together. Okay. So, okay. Again, go for the research or site. These were the findings. we need to put the other part also. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so let me copy the prompt. I was just looking for a shortcut, but it backfired. So paste the prompt followed by the two findings. Okay, so we'll consolidate two finding into one. So this will be 1 and this will be 2. Okay, then run this. Now what will happen is it has got two of my findings. Again, it will try to write this, right? Try to compare my findings with similar studies and will write the next part of the discussion. Like that, I will keep on rinsing and repeating the main findings because I got some 7-8 points here. So my and these are the key findings. So my key findings will be compared with the other findings with other similar studies and we'll get an excellent write-up. Okay, so it created a detailed write-up once again. Copy that, come back to the bottom. Let me quickly IAT. Just let me refresh this. I think there is small bug here. Okay, so let me copy the next part. Okay, so we got the next part of our discussion. So this keep on writing like this, and we will be getting an excellent discussion writing. Okay, so in this way, I can do the entire like discussion writing for the rest of the findings, and the discussion will be like enlarged like this. And whenever I am writing the discussion, automatically my this thing also will increase. So my references will also get increased. Now the references are there are now 9 references exclusively from that from discussion part. Okay. And once I add my introduction and review here, automatically the references numbers change because it will go in the chronological order, right? And once I export this, I will be getting it directly as a Word file. So this is a method of writing the discussion using PaperPal. Okay. So this is a technique. So I think I've covered most of the features of PaperPal. Now, one of the major limitation of PaperPal is you have seen how PaperPal is getting the citations, right? It is taken from its huge 250 million article. Okay. But the problem here is it has access only to 250 million article. It doesn't have any access to any websites. Okay. Suppose if you want some data from a WHO website or a website of your choice, there is no option to manually add a citation. That's a huge disadvantage. So like say you want to have reference from one particular article also, that is also presently not possible. So I send a mail to the PaperPal team telling like this is a major limitation. Is there any way to overcome this? So they are telling like they are working on a major update in which this feature is presently possible. Okay, present, but right now will be possible in future. They are telling like in early and mid 2026 it will be possible, but right now it's not there. Okay, one workaround is say you have a line you are having a study on breast cancer and say you want a line in which you are mentioning the prevalence of breast cancer in Asia. Say it's say imagine like it's 10%. So you are putting like according to WHO the prevalence of breast cancer in Asia is 10%, and you are not able to put a citation from WHO. Okay, but the workaround is you copy you select that line like this. This is not that exact line, but let me just show you. Like this, you select and you go for the cite option. Okay, so it will do the back referring or the reverse citation, and it will look for an article in which article which has already cited WHO percentages. Okay, and that article can be inserted as a citation. Okay, in that way you will indirectly get a citation from WHO. So this is a only workable model right now for getting a citation from a reliable website. You will get references from its database only. Okay, you cannot get an external reference. Okay, so these are the multiple limitations. But being said that, on other all aspects, PaperPal is almost perfect. Okay. Now, this is a plagiarism check of PaperPal. And earlier, as you can see at the bottom, it carried even the Turnitin logo also. But later on, now they remove the Turnitin logo, but still it's having that high quality in its plagiarism checking. Okay. Now, this we discussed. Now, regarding the paid plan of PaperPal, PaperPal actually has a free plan, but there's only 200 AI writing capabilities per month. and 5 users per day. Okay, which is a hugely limiting, because we will be writing our article in a stretch, and 5 users per day is definitely limiting, right? So you can definitely go for the paid plan. Now, paid plan by default, the paid plan is around 2,596 rupees, which is roughly around $30, right? So now the thing is, $30 per month is expensive. Like, we have seen the same amount of price for Julius AI. But one good thing is, like, every time PaperPal is having so many promotions. So for each country, the promotion is going on. Right now for India, they are having a 60% discount going on. So this price is presently showing us around 600 rupees per month. Okay, so that is a huge discount, and for each country they have the promotion. In addition to that, so I'm sure that when you try to get their annual plan, you will definitely get a huge, almost discount more than 50%. In addition to that, there's a secret promo code. Okay, the secret promo code is student40. So whatever be the amount that is showing after the discount, for example, say for India, if it is showing 500 rupees per month, and at the time of checkout, they will ask you, do you have any additional promo code? There you can enter this student40 promo code. So in addition to that extra discount, you will get a 40% discount in this 500 rupees also. Okay, so that it will come to some 300. Okay, so in this way, irrespective of your geographical location, you can apply this promo code to get an additional 40% discount. Additionally to the whatever discount that they are offering for your country. Okay, so that will be a really nice feature. So presently, I got the annual plan for rupees 3,000, even though according to them, the annual plan will be somewhere in the range of 30,000. So I got it for 1/10 the price. Okay, so that's a huge that's a huge discount, right? So I'm sure that you will definitely find this, and I'm highly recommend you getting a paid plan of PaperPal. Okay, now if you ask me, like, during this course, you will be learning around 25 different AI tools. So if you ask me, which is the one AI tool that I recommend you to buy, this will be the first AI tool or best AI tool. Okay, so this is highly recommended to buy because it's really worth to invest because it's a 5-in-1 tool. Okay, second AI tool that I recommend will be Gemini. Gemini is really good. Right now, it's an excellent tool, and automatically when you upgrade Gemini, you get some additional perks, like your notebook LM gets upgraded. The daily usage limit to notebook LM also increases. Sources limit will increase from 50 to 300. Within Gemini, you get additional option to create videos using VO3. Then your Google Drive also gets expanded from your standard space to 2 TB or 2000 GB, which is a huge upgrade. In addition to that, there is a secret method also that is called Google Family Group. Okay, so this is a secret thing. So not many people knows this. So this is called a family account. Here, what happened is you can attach 5 other people, I think 6 other people to your Gmail ID as a family. They need not be your family, they can be your work collaborators also. You can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in my group. Okay. And if one person in the group take any of the paid plan of Google, for example, if I am taking YouTube Premium, all the other 5 members will get the benefit. In addition to that, if I am taking one person in that family is taking the paid version of Gemini, all other 5 people will get access to the paid version of Gemini. Like that. If you are one person is getting that in Play Store, there is some premium option. So if the person is taking that, all other 5 members will get the access. Like that, it's an excellent feature. So it's like all 6 will be benefited, right? With the price of one. So Gemini is really worthwhile in investing because of all these features. And for certain countries, Gemini has tie-up with different network providers also. Like in India, they have presently has a tie-up with Jio, and you can directly upgrade your Jio for free, Gemini for free for 1.5 years. That is 18 months without paying anything, which is worth some 36,000 rupees. So that's a huge like benefit, right? So like that, some promotions are going on, so you can definitely make use of this. Okay, so that's regarding PaperPal. So this is a really good tool that I really love. So I feel like once you start trying it out, you will also fall in love with it. Okay. With that, thank you so much. Thank you for the patient listening. And in the next session, we will be learning about Zotero in detail. Thank you.